Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ready to go yet? Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady, old girl.
And here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from.
Fine. I guess you'll need your coin then.
Feel like doing a bit of writing. Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Good. Just remember the order. Do job first, get drunk second. Now take this and go.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
You did the job and you did it clean. That's all we ever ask. Enjoy the gold. Sure. We're always looking to get our hands on items from all over Skyrim. How about this one? Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'll want to watch out for the Forsworn if you do any traveling around the Reach. Bloodthirsty bastards, them.
The Hag's Cure is here for all your discreet needs. Comes with living to a ripe old age. People start thinking there's something magical about you. Then, the insults. Still, a little knowledge of plants and potions can get you by. Not that anyone likes to admit buying things from you. See? I even have a little potion for the steward. Mind handing it over to him? Just say it should solve that problem he has. Thank you. We'd be better off without the Silverbloods. They send their brute, Ingvar, to shake some coins from me every few days. And Betrid Silverblood is always asking for more potions to fuel Thonar's ambitions. Gives him a temper fiercer than any bear. Only that they break an old woman's heart. So many friends, so many kin, all lost trying to rebuild a past that was over long ago. Now, you let me know if you need a cure or anything else. You need to leave. It's time for you to go.
I'm Igmund's uncle, as well as his steward. Oh, yes. Thank you. Here you go. Some gold for your assistance and your discretion. I have letters to read.
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ready to go yet? Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
If you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done.
Fine. I guess you'll need your coin then.
Got a personal request from Brynjolf on this number's job. He says we may hit 'em hard later, and he wants to prep their books. Help us out. Just remember the rules. Keep it clean, and keep it quiet. Here's the details.
As long as you can keep things quiet and don't get yourself killed in the process, this place has exactly what we're looking for. You in? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Solitude's famous for its Bard's College. Worth a visit if you've never been. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Couldn't ask for better weather. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever. Little snow never stopped me. Don't worry.
I don't...
When will you fools learn? The night is ours! I can pat you on the back all day, but coin's coin, right?
Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place.
The only way this guild's gonna continue to grow is by taking extra work.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Solitude's a big port town, you know, full of sailors and their tales of faraway lands.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim. I'm a Thane. In the future, you may want to gain that information before talking with someone. Risk of looking like an idiot and all that. Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership. About time you got here. I'm not accustomed to dealing with people who are unreliable. That's why I asked Delvin to send me his best. Huh, that remains to be seen. Nothing raises my ire more than having an agreement broken. It's bad for business, and it wastes time. Captain Volf of the Dainty Slode has decided to test my patience on this matter by neglecting to honor a trade agreement we had established. I need you to help me show him the error of his ways by sneaking on board the Slode and planting some contraband. You'll need to get your hands on some Belmora Blue from Sabine Niet down by the docks. She's the first mate on another ship, the Red Wave. Once you get your hands on it, I want you to plant it in Captain Volf's footlocker. I'll take care of the rest. Captain Volf is ashore right now, and I want the authorities waiting for him when he gets back. Now get going. I don't want to see your face until the job's done. Not sure. I know that it starts with moon sugar, but all sorts of other ingredients are added to increase its potency. Used to be a lucrative underworld commodity when Balmora was still standing. Now the stuff is beyond valuable. It's also very illegal. Anyone caught with Balmora Blue looks forward to rotting in jail for a very long time. There's pirates, and then there's the crew of the Red Wave. They're in a class by themselves. They usually make runs along the coast, shipping all sorts of contraband to and from Morrowind. Rumor has it they can get you anything for the right price.
You reek! A little friendly advice. Take a bath and get some new clothes. Well then, you're talking to the right person. I'm the only one left in Tamriel that can get my hands on it. It's damn near impossible to find anymore. You want to buy it off of me? Good. Here, take this key. The Balmora Blue is locked in a chest under the docks near the Red Wave. Hope you like getting wet.
Yes, I know. In fact, by now, Captain Wolf should be on his way to the prisons. Our contract is complete. Here's a token of my gratitude for your efforts. Oh, convey my compliments to Delvin for me. Tell him I'll be happy to reopen whatever doors he needs in Solitude. I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever.
Good. Got a buyer in a rush for this item. If you hurry, we can turn it around and make a quick profit. Can you get it? Good. Here's what you need to do.
Erica assures me that Captain Wolf will spend pretty much the rest of his life clapped in irons. Best of all, he's also pledged to open doors for us in Solitude and to get things rolling again. I think you'll find that the guild is beginning to grow. We've had a merchant move into the space right outside the flagon. It's nice to shake off the cobwebs and get things rolling again. Keep this up, and I can see a bounty headed our way. Okay, got just the one for you. ledger's just begging to be changed, and the guild could use the coin. How about it? Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut and you'll do fine. Let me give you the details.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever.
With the voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art, believe, believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware,
Unlike my
beware,
husband
the
Pepper, I
Dragonborn
watch after
comes.
our guests.
For the darkness
What was
has
that you
passed,
said, venomous
and the
wife of
legend...
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. When I'm in Whiterun, I always visit the Guild Green. Never hurts to pay your respects to Lady Kinnereth. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ready to go yet?
And here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from.
Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place.
All right, got a simple one. Just get in, change the books, and be back in time for last call. So, how's about it? Nice. Yeah, this is what you need to know.
Good. Got a buyer in a rush for this item. If you hurry, we can turn it around and make a quick profit. Can you get it? All right. Take this and get out of here.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there. Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. When I'm in Whiterun, I always visit the Guild Green. Never hurts to pay your respects to Lady Kinnereth. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. I might have to stop and get myself a pint at Blackbriar Mead while I'm in Riften.
I can pat you on the back all day, but coin's coin, right?
Didn't muck it up, I hear. Good. Here's your share.
These marks keep their ledgers all neat and tidy, but they're ripe for some change, if you know what I mean. Take it. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
We've been trying to get this item for a while, but no one with the skills has come along to claim it. Can I count on you to get it? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. It's almost getting downright hot now.
If you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done. We actually got a request from one of the most powerful families in Whiterun, the Battleborns. Make your way up there and look for Alfred. He says he's got a matter that requires a delicate touch, and I suggested you for the job. Don't make me the fool and let me down, all right? Find me if you're ever looking for some extra coin.
Didn't muck it up, I hear. Good. Here's your share. Have a house with a good bit of valuables inside, but one particular item's caught my eye. You up for it? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Well, you done or what?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Oh, steady, old girl.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me.
City of Markarth sure is a beauty. No doubt about that. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Couldn't ask for better weather.
You're here, and not a moment too soon. If anything should happen to Arn, there'll be hell to pay. A close friend of mine. We fought together on the battlefield for many years until old age got the better of us. Now it's up to me to save him one more time. This time from the executioner's block in Solitude. The city guard in Solitude is seeking Arn for a serious crime. When he fled here, he was arrested for drunken behavior. Can you imagine? Fortunately, his identity isn't known to the authorities in Whiterun, so there's still a chance to save him. Hold a moment. This is more than a simple prison break. I want to have Arn's name stricken from the record books permanently. I'm setting him up with a new identity. It's the only way to throw the guard permanently off his trail. The job is twofold. First, steal a letter that was sent from Solitude warning Whiterun's guard to be on the lookout for Arn. The second is to change Arn's name in the prison registry to his new identity. If it was easy, I would have hired a local thug instead of a professional. You see, both of these items are kept inside Dragon's Reach, and they don't allow visitors inside the Jarl's or the Steward's chambers. One more thing. If you get caught, I can't afford to be connected to you. Remember that before you do anything stupid. I have eyes within Dragon's Reach. They tell me that all correspondence from other holds are sent to the Jarl's private chambers. It's a well-known fact that the steward keeps all of the records on Whiterun's prisoners in a large book. My sources tell me you can find that book in a study in his quarters. Change Arn's entry in the book to anything you want, and they'll be forced to let him go after he serves a few weeks. You watch yourself out there. Arn? Never heard of him. I guess that means you're finished. Here's your payment. Tell Delvin that he has my support and all the weight it carries in Whiterun from now on. I think he'll be quite pleased.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ready to go yet?
Alfred sent ahead his compliments. Looks like his friend Arn is soon to be released, thanks to his brand new identity. More importantly, he's pledged the full support of the Battleborn clan to the Thieves Guild. We're still growing by leaps and bounds thanks to you, and other merchants moved into the space outside the flagon. You're a natural. Never seen anything like it. We got a long way to go, but don't let that bother you. It's a lot farther than we've been in years.
Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place.
I want you to head out to Markarth and speak to Endon. He's a silversmith. He has some kind of shop there. His father was a good friend of the guild back in the day, and we could really use his family's influence back on our side. There's plenty more work for the likes of you.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves.
I work silver, like my father, and his father before him. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure where else to turn. Several months ago, I ordered a special silver mold from some artisans in Valenwood by way of a Khajiit caravan. Well, it never arrived. Later, I found out that it was robbed by a group of bandits led by someone named Regal Strongarm. Look, I talked to the Jarl, the steward, the housecarl, everyone. They all told me their resources were spread too thin right now. Word on the street says that the Thieves Guild is coming back into its own in Markarth. So I figured... Exactly. Look, this mold is irreplaceable. I'll pay you well for its return, and I can also prove to be quite a valuable ally to the Thieves Guild. You've more than proven that the Thieves Guild is back on its feet in our city, and earned every bit of your reward. Tell Delvin that he can count on me to provide the influence around here with the right people when he needs it. If you're ever looking to sell any illegally obtained merchandise, I'd also provide my services as a fence. It's the least I can do. Business is absolutely booming, my friend. I've taken to hiring a few extra men of my own just to keep up with all the shipments. Old Delvin certainly takes care of his own, doesn't he?
City of Markarth sure is a beauty. No doubt about that. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
I hear Endon's quite pleased to have his merchandise back. He's a powerful ally in Markarth. Should help the guild regain a foothold in the west. Success means the guild is getting stronger. We've picked up another merchant and a new recruit. Being a thief is like a second skin for you, ain't it? Never seen anything like it. If you don't watch out, you might even earn Vex's respect. That'd be something, eh?
We've actually stolen this item before, and somehow it ended up back in some other Mark's house. Guess it's time to reclaim it, eh? Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
Got a personal request from Brynjolf on this number's job. He says we may hit 'em hard later, and he wants to prep their books. Help us out. Nice. Yeah, this is what you'll need to know. Oh, you're back.
can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
Good job. Now, here's your part of the deal.
Oh, you're back? I suppose you'll be wanting your pay then.
Sure. I've got a mark for you. Stole something quite important from a friend of the guild, and we take care of our own. You in? Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up.
Good job. Now, here's your part of the deal. Got word from Torsten Krulsey in Windhelm that a rival guild is trying to get itself started. Not only that, but they're giving us thieves a bad name by murdering their marks. Get over there and see what you can do. Find me if you're ever looking for some extra coin.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady, old girl. I own Holyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. My daughter Fiotli. She was murdered a few months ago. Left her laying on the ground in a pool of her own blood. I assumed they were after her valuables. She always wore far too much jewelry in public. When I told her it'd be the death of her, I never thought. No need to explain. I'm well aware of your guild's methods. Took me weeks, but I finally tracked down to kill her. A bloody Altmer at that. Can you imagine? Let's just say I'm a firm believer in an eye for an eye and leave it at that. He fancied himself a thief in some sort of new guild forming around here. Gave me some valuable information before... well, you know. Well, like I told Delvin, I think we can help each other. You recover what I'm looking for, and take out a rival guild in the process. Exactly. One of the pieces stolen from her was a silver locket. A Cruel Sea family heirloom. I want it back. The only name I have is Naranya. Has a house right here in Windhelm. That's where you should begin looking. I should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer.
Yes, can I help you with something? Fiotli. Fiotli. Where have I heard that name? Oh, of course, the poor girl who was murdered. Such a beautiful young thing. A tragedy, to be certain. How dare you! You're accusing me of taking part in such a heinous act? I should have you arrested for even suggesting such a thing. Now, just a moment. Let's think about this, you know, discuss it like two rational people. Look, I had no choice. They're crazy. I could be killed. It's a guild of Altmer thieves. They call themselves the Somerset Shadows. Their leader, Linway, he's the worst of the lot. He steals valuables from the dead.
No, Linway prefers stealing from the deceased. Digs up the corpses, breaks into the Hall of the Dead. He even stole that locket right off that poor murdered girl's body. Or what was left of it.
I used to fence for the Thieves Guild in Skyrim a long time ago. When Linway moved into the area, he contacted me and said if I didn't fence for them, he'd kill me. If I tell you, you need to promise not to kill me. I'd prove to be quite an asset to the Thieves Guild. I'm one of the best fencers in Skyrim. Linway is holed up in a place called Uttering Hills Cave. He's got his entire guild there, so be careful. After you're done with all this, come back anytime and I'll make good on my end of the bargain. I don't know. Rumor has it she was murdered, butchered by a madman. I really try and stay out of such things. Torsten might think Linway or myself are responsible for Fjotli's death, but I can assure you nothing could be further from the truth. Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum. I'm sorry I misled you. Return when this is over and we'll talk about my involvement in the Thieves Guild.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mr. Papa. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever. I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
I'll end your miserable life! Yeah! Damn you! Mercy! Ha! Like the bite of a flea!
The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. In truth, I regret not following in the footsteps of my ancestors. It pains me to see this locket, to be reminded of Fjotli once more, but I'm glad it's back where it belongs. Tell Delvin that if he still desires to have my support for the Thieves Guild in Windhelm, he's got it. Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I might have to stop and get myself a pint at Blackbriar Mead while I'm in Riften.
Tolston was gratified the death of his daughter was avenged, and the heirloom was returned. At this very moment, he's laying the groundwork for the guild to re-establish itself in Windhelm. I wished you could have sent more of a message to those Somerset Shadows upstarts, but hopefully they'll stay out of our business. The guild's at full strength, and we have you to thank for it. We've had our share of dark times, and now they seem like a distant memory. I'm gonna tell you something you'll never hear me say again, and if you tell anyone I told you, I'll deny it. When you walk through the guild, don't be ashamed to hold your head high, 'cause you're the best damn thief in the place.
Before we get down to business, I've got something I need you to do. Well, as you know, the guild's growing and things are looking up around here. The only thing we're lacking is a reliable way to transport our merchandise across Skyrim. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there are several Khajiit caravans that travel across the realm. They're shrewd traders and don't mind getting their hands dirty. I've bartered with their leader, Rasad, on more than one occasion. Actually, I want you to bring him something. You see, the caravans are notorious for transporting illegal substances. Present Rasad with this satchel of moon sugar, and I bet my last septim he'll make a deal. Rasad is the head of a small syndicate of independent merchant families. Each caravan is obliged to pay dues, but in return, a small portion of the profits are shared between them, and the leader parcels out the routes. If we could make contact with them, they could provide an excellent way to inconspicuously transport goods for us. It's an illegal substance highly favored by the Khajiit. Very difficult to come by. If moon sugar is refined properly, it can be used to make skooma, another substance that will knock you over after a single draft. You'll find Rasad with his caravan group. Just don't do anything stupid when you get there.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Ready to go yet?
You approach as if you know us, stranger. Who are you, and what do you want? Yes, I've heard the guild is rising back to power. An alliance would be most beneficial to both parties. I will consider the offer, but I'll have to discuss it with the other caravans. Ah, moon sugar. I could smell it on you. I am pleased with this offer, and accept. Take my word to the leaders of your guild, and tell them we look forward to a prosperous and profitable future. If you happen upon any of our caravans in your travels, we'd also be more than willing to pay you a fair sum for any of your stolen goods. Give my regards to Tonilia. Tell her I'll contact her soon.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves.
Yeah, good. I'll contact some of my people and have them prepare some shipments right away. Good job. Here, let me give you something for all the legwork.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves.
Papa, you're home. Did you bring me anything? I'd really like a dolly. Or maybe a pretty new dress? Aww.